Mr. Hunt.
I graduated from Iowa High School and received a scholarship to Plainfield Law Worcester University. I have a BA degree from Worcester University. I have 30 years of professional law enforcement experience. I have over 1,500 additional law enforcement training hours, consisting of numerous police management classes, including crisis management. I was certified with the Kansas Law Enforcement Training Center. I was a member of the Capital City Major Case Squad for 15 years and worked numerous homicide investigations. I worked as a patrolman for 2.5 years in Osage City, which is about the same size as Helena. I worked 23 years at Shawnee County Sheriff's Department in Topeka. I lived in Hawaii for over 20 years. I was a patrolman, a canine officer, as a warrants and fusing investigator, where I did governor's warrants, protective custody orders, and extraditions. I was promoted to detective division, where I supervised the Shawnee County Drug Unit and worked as an undercover narcotic officer. I was promoted to sergeant in Uniform Operations Division. The department created a special division for me called Special Services. I was a sergeant over criminal intelligence, narcotics, and vice. I was promoted to lieutenant in the Uniform Operations Division, and as a lieutenant, I implemented a field training officer program that's still being used today. And as a lieutenant, I did the budgets for Uniform Operations Division. With my training experience and actually working for 4 different sheriffs in a larger sheriff's department has prepared me to be a sheriff. I'm currently working at Worcester University Police Department, and I live at 700 in Wyoming and Pelham, Kansas.
Sheriff Morris.
I believe I have a number of qualifications that one should have to be sheriff. First and foremost is that I am a resident of Jackson County. I live on a small farm west of Bolton where we've raised our 3 children. I studied public administration in college and also earned my paramedic certification. I also am a Kansas certified law enforcement officer and have attended 2 different Kansas law enforcement academies where I graduated in the top of both of my classes. After which I continuously served as a law enforcement officer. I've served as a deputy sheriff right here in Jackson County, where I then became a patrol supervisor. I've served as a use of force instructor, and I'm also an experienced investigator and have been involved in the investigation of about every type of crime, including homicides. I've served as a board member of the Capital Area Major Case Squad, and I have worked in public safety for 23 years, where I've experienced in emergency management, fire, and EMS. I've served as a chief of police and was appointed sheriff of Jackson County after being referred by judges, prosecutors, sheriffs, and chiefs of police. In addition, I have experience in leading people, and I am also versed in modern-day employment law and how to manage not only people, but also budgets. I am now overseeing what will be my 7th balanced budget as a law enforcement administrator. My biggest piece of experience is having had the honor and the privilege of serving you as your sheriff, where I've not wasted 1 minute in making this the most efficient, well-trained, and productive agency as possible. I've had the successful experience of managing the sheriff's office, the jail, and the 911 center. And after taking office, there were many big decisions that had to be made in moving the office forward and reducing expenses, reducing crime, and more recently, stabilizing the financial status of our jail. We've been very successful in accomplishing these tasks, but more importantly, the sheriff must have a vision and a plan for this county. And prior to being selected, I presented that plan to the nominating committee, and I have followed it to a T ever since. And I do believe that I'm the only candidate that has the understanding of the current law enforcement needs of Jackson County. Thank you.
What, if any, changes would you propose to the current budget or staff, including officers, administrative, jail, or other support staff? And this question goes to Jim Hunt.
First, let me say this. I'll provide a quality service, a professional law enforcement team in place, and do it with the money that the county provides. It will take time to evaluate manpower and personnel issues to determine what's the most efficient and effective way to operate the department. So I will, for now, keep the current staff, deputies, dispatchers, jailers, administrative staff, and other support staff. People really don't have to worry about losing their job. If you're a good policeman, don't worry about me. If you're not a good policeman, you need to worry about me. I've been looking at a number of candidates for undersheriff position. Undersheriff position is really a unique position. He's not on the ballot. The sheriff is elected by the voters for a 4-year term. The undersheriff can be gone the next day. He works strictly for the sheriff. My ideal undersheriff would have a college degree, be grant certified, have a background in law enforcement and a background in corrections, because he'll probably oversee my jail. I'll pick an undersheriff that compliments me and be an asset to the sheriff's department. Being accountable is important. I feel that supervisors need to be in positions that they're accountable and do their job. Training is very important. I feel that if the jailers, the deputies, the dispatchers are trained, they have more profession.
Mr. Hunt.
For this question to be one of the 4 questions he wanted the sheriff's candidates to ask, or to answer, tells me apparently the sheriff's department relationship with other agencies was not good at one time. And it's hard for me to understand that, because it's been my experience that the sheriff's department and all the other agencies complement each other. We are all on the same side. We all have budget issues, and we all want to provide quality service. I feel the sheriff's in a position that he can help make this cooperation work. The problem is usually lack of communication. The sheriff needs to meet on a regular basis with these other agencies. And I guess the question he needs to ask is, how can we make this better? Now, I had a good working relationship with the KBI and the other local, state, and federal agencies during my career. And I understand the importance of having a good working relationship with the other agencies. With the economy the way it is, and our budget's being tight, it's even more important now. I think we all need to put our egos on the shelf. It doesn't matter who gets the credit, we just need to get the job done.
Sheriff Morse.
When I came to office, I found that the agencies were not working very well with one another. The sheriff should be the county-wide leader to bring these agencies together, and I found that multiple agencies were chasing the same criminals, but they were not sharing information between agencies. I led the county in bringing about a law enforcement administrators meeting where the sheriff, the undersheriff, the county attorney, the chiefs of police meet. These meetings provide sharing of valuable criminal intelligence information and discussions concerning various legal updates. These meetings have proved to be very valuable and have resulted in the imprisonment of criminals. One example is the shutting down of a drug distribution house across the street from Holton Elementary School. This is the first time where I remember the Holton Police Department and the Jackson County Sheriff's Office jointly investigating together. The ringleader of this drug house is currently in prison. I believe the sheriff should be there to assist the smaller agencies in helping provide resources, training, manpower when needed. The sheriff should be the one to bring agencies together and work to prevent useless turf battles between departments. The relationship between the sheriff's office and other law enforcement agencies in the county, district court, juvenile intake, and the prosecutor's office is the best I ever recall. Not only are we working well together at home, but all 6 surrounding sheriffs I consider as my friend. We are working in some form of partnership with all 6 surrounding counties to better serve our own communities. Atchison County Sheriff John Calhoun told me, "Tim, Atchison County has not had this good of a relationship with Jackson County for over a decade." The sheriff administers the 911 dispatch center. Local fire and EMS departments have had little to no input on how the center was run. After taking office, I formed a fire and EMS communication board to help oversee that part of the center that serves them. They have been instrumental in updating protocols designed specifically for them. They've also helped with quality assurance and helping correct our mistakes to provide a better service to our citizens. Again, I can recall no other time when the sheriff's office and fire and EMS works well together. first priority is the reduction of crime. We've been very successful in reducing residential burglaries by dividing the county into districts and adding substations free of charge. We've made better use of our deputies who are patrolling more rural areas than ever before. We noticed a 56% decrease in these burglaries after our plan was implemented, and we also discovered burglaries in progress, and our investigators have been more proactive in solving these crimes. We also joined forces with the public in fighting crime with our Community Watch program. We have put out the word, if you come to our county to commit crimes, we will catch you and you will go to jail. In June, we had a record number of local inmates in the history of Jackson County. The citizens of the South who are tired of being victimized and are happy with the increased patrols. I will continue to fight for the safety of our children. We will continue to forward solid prosecutable cases against child molesters. And we will continue to have registered sex offenders paid, providing safety for our children on the internet. My second priority is the budget. We have been diligent in finding ways to do more with less. We have been successful in cutting crime and not spending more to do it. We have already worked hard to reorganize the jail to keep taxes from rising, and I will continue to fight against wasteful spending and will make every dollar go as far as it possibly can. I will continue to work hard to obtain grant funding for large purchases like was done with our 911 center so the taxpayers won't be directly burdened with the cost. Number 3, I will continue to provide a positive working environment for employees. Employees will be supported so they can be successful in their assignments, but will at the same time be held accountable for their actions. I've already implemented a strict code of conduct for employees, but little can be done without an energized and motivated workforce. Under Sheriff Chapman, I have the experience of supervisors and administrators and have a firm grasp on employment law and will always work to protect the liability of the county. And there's not been a single legal claim against our administration since taking office.
Mr. Hunt.
We need to address the lawsuit issue. We don't have a lot of money to operate on, and we need to make drug crimes more of a priority. I'll create written directives that are broad enough that an officer can work within and narrow enough that if they follow department policy, they're less likely to get sued and the county's less likely to get sued. Now, we created a culture that if you sue Jackson County Sheriff's Department, the insurance company is going to settle these disputes out of court. We need to take some of these suits to court. We need to win. We need to re-sue. And we need to stop the corruption. A quarter of our county, there's not a lot of tax base, so we don't have a lot of money to work with. For me to be progressive, I need to be creative. At one time, the county was fifth in meth lab apprehensions. And we only have about $4,000 in forfeiture funds. That either tells me we're not doing forfeitures or we don't know how to do forfeitures. Now, let's say you were burglarized. The sheriff's deputy shows up and says, take this report, give it to the insurance company. We're not going to catch these guys. Well, that might be true. As a citizen, you're not going to feel real good about it. Now, if I showed up in a state-of-the-art crime scene van and we took pictures and prints and did everything we did, everything we could to try to solve this because you're the victim, we still might not catch these guys. But as a citizen, you'll feel better. Now, if I could show I use that crime scene van on my drug assist warrants, I could buy that crime scene van with forfeiture money, not taxpayers' money. Makes sense? Property crimes and drug crimes are connected. And we need to make make drug crimes more of a priority. And we can do that by partnering with local, state, and federal agencies and minimize the cost of our county.
We'll now have the closing remarks from the 4 candidates, starting with Corey Shields. Jim Hahn.
I'm 63 years old, and I had to look at this decision to run for sheriff. And the thing that made me decide was a close friend of mine said to me, Jim, actually he said, Jimmy, you have a successful career, and with your knowledge and experience sitting behind your house fishing in your pond is not helping the community raise your kids either. So he pretty well stuck the knife and twisted it. I have 30 years of actual professional law enforcement experience. I worked in the largest sheriff's department. I worked for 4 different sheriffs. I was able to work in different divisions within the sheriff's department. And this prepared me to be your sheriff. Now, I was dedicated and loyal to one department for 23 years. And as a sheriff, I'll be dedicated and loyal to Jackson County citizens. This will be the only job I do. As Senator Pat Roberts always said, experience counts. And I appreciate your vote on August 7th.
Sheriff Morris.
I'd like to thank the Chamber and everyone for coming tonight. Over the last year, we've had many good things happen at the Sheriff's Office. I've been very blessed to have some of the brightest and best in Kansas law enforcement working for me right here in Jackson County. It would not be right for me to stand here and take all the credit. We've had many wonderful people serving this county that have worked to make this a success. However, you must have a leader who can provide leadership and the direction needed to make the agency succeed, or you have chaos. Over the last 14 months, we've improved employee morale, employee productivity, implemented a strict code of conduct for employees, reduced call response times, increased rural patrols with patrol districts and substations, ended the year with large budget surplus, restructured the jail to be competitive with nearby counties, saving significant taxpayer money, improved dispatch services, improved equipment with criminal asset forfeitures and grants, increased courtroom security, improved interagency working relationships, and reduced crime by deterring and capturing criminals. If given the opportunity, I will continue to lead this office in a positive direction, giving every citizen the best sheriff's office I can possibly provide. Jackson County Sheriff's Office will be a respected law enforcement agency statewide, and we will continue to be good stewards of what the people have placed in our trust. I must say, serving as your sheriff has been a tremendous honor and a privilege, and I've not taken this responsibility lightly. I've worked day and night to leave this agency better than when I found it. I'm not claiming to be perfect, but I have done my very best, and I will continue to do my very best for Jackson County. I have the dedication, the determination, and the experience to provide the most efficient and professional sheriff's office. And I believe actions do speak louder than words. And if you have any question on who you should support in this election, talk to those who work with us on a daily basis. Talk to the judges, talk to the prosecutors, the chiefs of police, or the law enforcement. Thank you very much.